Oh, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing, I need to readjust that, this Brazilian agate. It's from new batch number 1, new batch cutting video number 1. This is the very first agate I cut on this new batch. This was the broken end piece that I cut off, and then I slabbed the rest of it up. Now I just haven't done this end piece yet. I did all the other ones, except for this one. I thought I had one or two others sitting over here somewhere, but I don't know where they're at. I'll look for them later. I've been busy the last couple of days trying to get my, I bought a vibratory lap, 16-inch vibratory lap. It's a Covington. And I'm trying to figure out how to set up my weights to put on my stones as they're, to hold them down, to give them the 6 pounds of, or however many pounds of pressure they need. 6 pounds is what they say you need, 6 pounds of pressure. So you got to, whatever the stone weighs, you got to take that off of whatever the stone weighs and add that to it. And with the smaller, the 3.5, 4 inches, I think, is the biggest lengths that I've got. I think I had 2 that were 5 maybe, or 1 anyway. But you got to add to it, and I tried bean bags from a cornhole game or beanbag game, whatever you want to call it. Around here they call it a cornhole game. I don't like that name, but I'm not the one that named it. And actually, I think these just said bean bags on it, but that's what it was for. And it was just, I didn't have to buy the boards and all of that stuff, just the bags. And I bought 3 boxes of bags. There's 4 in each one. And they weigh almost a pound a piece. And almost 2 pounds a piece. Yeah, almost 2 pounds a piece, I think. No, it's a pound a piece. Yeah, one pound a piece. 15.87 ounces per bag, but they're that big. They're about 3.5, 4 inches across, and putting it on a 3.5-inch stone, it leaves it hanging over so much. And I've only got 16 inches of plate, and it's got to be half to 2/3 full. So I need something smaller, and so I tried jersey gloves. I figured, heck, I could just stuff them all and tie the fingers together and put a strap on the end and put them on there that way, but they kind of want to vibrate off. But I was using nuts, hex nuts, metal hex nuts for bolts as weight, because that was the only other thing I think I could find. I didn't want to try, sand doesn't weigh as much as lead or metal, I don't think. I know it doesn't weigh as much as lead. What I was looking for was shotgun shells, for people that reload shotgun shells, and I was going to get a bag of that, the little lead weights. I could put as many of them in there, and it made it a smaller size package, but I can't find any, so I'm going to have to try to find some and then work around. I could pick the stitching out of the bags and on the bean bags and trade the sand out for shot and make them the size I need. Oh, hey, heck, that's the type of nut. that was down here in my tray. Because this is the only little bit of table I've got left anymore, because I had all my crap for getting the flat lap ready. But I'm going to have to screw it down to the table, because I think it was vibrating too much. I may just have not had it tightened up good enough on the pan. The pan may have been loose on there, is why it was shaking. But it also wasn't level, and that it's on a table on wheels, so I can't really level up the table. So I have to level up the machine, and it's got feet underneath where the legs come down from the pan that stick down about that much further than on the circle. They stick down about that much further, and those three pieces stick up taller than any of the rest of the circle on the bottom, the cast iron circle on the bottom, or cast aluminum, whatever it is. But when I was trying to put stuff underneath there's only 3 of them, so you can't adjust it correctly to get it level. So I'm going to have to hard mount it to the table, which means I got to screw it in, and the places where the screws go down through to mount it to the table are that much higher than the table because of the legs, or the feet, where the legs come down from the pan. So I'm going to have to figure that out too. But anyway, I decided I got to have something out for Sunday. I got a video coming out tomorrow. This is Thursday, the 16th. And I got a video coming out tomorrow, but I don't have one for Friday, or for Sunday. So I'm going to do this one for Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on it and stop yakking and running my mouth. You guys probably don't care. Too much, I should say. I'm not saying you're just using me or anything like that. Because I did volunteer to do this on my own. Oh, I've still got a little thin sliver of another agate too that I haven't done yet. And it doesn't have as bad a kerf marks on it as some of the other ones. But I still don't know if I want to use this old wore out 220 to work it with. So here we go. I've got fractures coming down as far as this, so I'm going to grind that whole end off, clear back to there. I should have cut it off with the saw, but I never thought about it when I had the saw out, and I'm not filling it up. I'd have to empty my little box, because that's where I got all the crap I was using for my Vibrolap. That now I don't have any place to put anything, so. This shouldn't take long to get all this off anyway, especially with those fractures in it. At least not till I get down to the thicker stuff, like right down in here. So I'm gonna have to come probably down into about there on that side, because there's the fracture. There's some little chips up here on this, but I'll probably lose that when I bring it down. I'm gonna bring it down about that far, and I'm around both sides. Try to get that pattern to come out. I don't know if I ever showed that pattern on the. And I definitely didn't show it with light behind it. And I cut a thin one of these too, but I gave it away the other day. I give all the geodes that my buddy brought over was going to give me. The ones I polished most of them, but some of them weren't worth polishing. So but I give them back to him. It wasn't his uncles. It was they were second cousins. Or he was a second cousin, but there was 2 of them, and they grew up together. I let them have all of them, and then I took them also a couple of Brazilian agates for his wife and his daughter, one for each, and then a piece of burning wonderstone for his son, or for the other second cousin. Boy, I wish I didn't have so many fractures in there. That's good looking agate right there. Okay, there's my shape. It's a little thick, a little heavy, but I'm going to drill a hole in the top of it. Put a bail on the top of it and just leave it hang like that. This probably be the front. It's the flat side that was when it started. This is the bigger round side, but still got a chip right there that I didn't really want to take off. I didn't want to lose all that outside pattern along the front and the back. Let me wet it down here real quick so you can see what it looks like when it's polished. And there's the front part. There's the back part with the chip. You probably can't really see the chip as good right now. When it's wet, it'll still show up when it's dry, when it's polished. But I'm hoping to get all the little flakes off the end of it. Another fingernail paring looking chip. I seem to be good at finding those. Here it is on the other camera with some light behind it. That was the front side. There's the back side. It's starting to dry out already. There's the back side. They both look pretty good, but the front side, the lines are clearer because there's not as much quartz in the pocket to make them look cloudy and kind of bleach them out. Now let me dry it off on this other camera so you can see the chip, or the fingernail paring fracture. I'm gonna have to start calling this Matt's fingernail channel or something. But there's the chip right there. There's also another little fracture coming in from the side. I just now noticed that. But they don't go anywhere. They were part of that spot that was chipped off right in here. This was the outside end. There was also another chipped out spot up here, but I managed to get the pits out of it, or the low spots out of it. But I just didn't want to lose any more of that. You can see how blurry it looks without any water on it. But now I'm going to go ahead and get me some supper. Oh, I've got a little brown spot. It's another fracture that healed, but it got limonite stained while it was healing. There was more of it there, but I took it off with the outside skin. I didn't want to leave any of that outside skin on there. Now some of it, that ain't gonna work that way. Let's try it like this. Anyway, you can see the outside edge. Still looks pretty good. I didn't want to take it all the way off, simply because of all the little eyes and stuff in it, and it's got that darker outside line. You can see it there on the top, just below my fingernail or fingertip. But I didn't want to lose that outside line. That was my only contrasting color that was very big. There's also a little brown spot on that. Oh no, that's the same brown spot. There you can see it. a little better. No, still gotta, oh no, it's metal where I got it up against the machine evidently. But anyway, I'm gonna get some supper and then I'll come back in and finish it up. And I'll just show you the beginning of starting on the 220 and then we'll call that part good until I get done. So I'll be right back, just like that. Okay, I'm back. Let's get this started on the 220 grit. Had to refill my water too, so quarter to 6. It ain't too bad. Okay, that only took about 45 minutes. There it is after the 280 grit. A little bit of a shine on it already. I don't think my 280 grits is wore out as I thought it was. It does leave some pretty nasty scratches out towards those outside edges, but I believe that'd be my fault. There it is on the other camera. Still got a few little dull spots on there, but they'll come there. I made them with the 280 grit, so they'll come out on the 600 when I start on it. And that's the one I'm going to be starting on next. There's the back with the fractures. Oh, I didn't zoom that in either. Duh. That's why I showed it on that one. Okay, let's do that again. There's the front. And here it is with some light. Let's put some light behind it this time. We'll zoom that out just a little, so I can get the whole thing in frame and get it in focus. There's the back. I don't know if it's these glasses or I just don't see, it might be my eyes. There's the chip again, and well, it's 2 fractures. One's a fingernail paring, the other one's just a fracture, but I figured I didn't want to lose all that other pattern, so. And they're not going to hurt anything. They'll be on the back anyway. You won't be able to see them. Unless you wear it on that side, which you can. I don't think that thumbnail piece is going to come out of there either. Well, it might though. I may have to stabilize that just in case. I think I will. Once I get done, I'll go ahead and stabilize it and re-polish it to get the stuff off of it. But for right now, we got some deep pits in there I didn't see. Didn't get out a minute ago. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started. See if I can't get them out on this 600. If I can, I'll drop back for a little bit. I'll just go ahead and start on that side. Maybe that foamy stuff again. Okay, it's finished. Let me get the lint off. May have gotten it all off of there once already, but there's the face. Wow, I forgot to move that light. There's the back. A fracture. It still needs to be taken to aluminum oxide because these darker edges look cloudy. Just because of the magnesium that caused them to be black to begin with. Or manganese, whatever it is. There it is on the other camera. Can't really see the cloudiness on the edges right now, but I seen it and tried to get it off. Didn't do too good. There's the back. There's the fractures. The one's a chip that's fingernail paring, and the other one's just a fracture that doesn't go anywhere. If that one comes, or that fingernail paring looking one comes up to the surface on the far end up here. And so that's why I want to stabilize it. It doesn't come all the way to the surface, but it comes up close enough that I think there's a chance it'll chip off if it's hit right, but if I stabilize it, it shouldn't come off after that. And then here it is with the light through it. That's the face. Let me zoom that in a little more. Oh, it is in all the way. Let's try the other. Just in case, I'll do both here for a sec. Okay, let me cut that, and maybe this one won't flash as much. There's the back side. Okay. Let me get it. There it is with that one. And I cannot tell. I'm too far away from that camera. There it is with the... I like the looks of the edge of that. It's not completely dark. Lets light through. But you can see little inclusions and that type of stuff. I'm glad that didn't break, but I'm going to have to get up off my chair to get it, so. But anyway, that's the video. No wonder that won't go in there. I got the clip upside down. Can't clip it from the top. Let me get this rock before I forget it. I'm good at that. I got CRS syndrome. But anyway, thanks for watching. I said that, I thought I was on camera, but I wasn't. I was looking at the camera, and then I could see that it wasn't pointing towards me. Thanks for watching. This one will be out Sunday, like I said at the beginning. I got one coming out tomorrow, and then I'll audit or edit this one in the morning. Audit. I'm not a mathematician, so I don't do audits. I'll edit it in the morning and upload it tomorrow afternoon for Sunday, and you guys will be able to see it. I'm not going to show me stabilizing it and repolishing it on camera anyway. I think I've taken up enough of your time. Boy, not as much of that's touching the surface as I thought there was, or as open at the surface. Just that little top part right there is the only place that's actually open that comes out to the surface. I thought there was more of it earlier, but I guess I was wrong. Just that one little corner piece out of that chip, but it does Doesn't look like it comes too close for me. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to say that just for the heck of it, just because I'm trying to think of something else to say, and it's not popping into my head. But anyway, you guys take care and have a good day, and see you on the next one.